Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to SP Playthroughs. Today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on Inscryption. Most of you have probably heard of this game by now, but in case you haven't, it's a psychological deck building horror game with a bit of roguelite elements tossed into it. I'm not gonna lie, at first I thought it was like a Slay the Spire knockoff with a darker atmosphere, but I was obviously wrong about that. The only thing they have like remotely similar is the deck building aspect. Another thing about this game is you'll be sacrificing a lot of squirrels. Like, I'm not kidding, 90% of the game is sacrificing squirrels to put in more powerful people. But anyways, let's just get straight into the combat. So this game is a turn-based card encounter type game where you place your cards on a grid. There's also a lane in the back. It's the third row, I think. The third row in the back on the enemy side that shows like what the enemy's going to play, what card they'll play on their next turn. This can come in handy, especially later on, so you could be prepared to body block incoming attacks. You can also deal damage to the enemies in the front lines, which will deal damage to those in the back line. And you can tell who's winning the match by who's accumulated more teeth on the scale. You earn points by dealing damage to the blank areas on the board. And once you fully tip the enemy's skill, you win. And if your side of the skill gets tipped, you obviously lose. And at the beginning of the game, most of your cards are blood sacrifices. You use these to sacrifice the weaker units, such as squirrels or frogs, to play more powerful ones, such as wolves or pack rats. You can also use the squirrels to body block incoming damage or to sacrifice. Later on in the game, you'll have ways to upgrade your cards. You can upgrade your cards to be used with bones, which you get after one of your units dies. There's also a blue meter, which allows you to play robotic and rune cards that lets you play magic-based cards for free. This may seem like a lot to take in, and it was a bit much for me when I first started playing, but once you get like into it, it's actually not that hard to grasp. And honestly, there's like some points where it's kind of difficult. It depends on who you're going against, but it's pretty user-friendly. And all the cards you have can be upgraded in a lot of different ways. On the bottom right of your card, you'll find health, and on the left, you'll find the damage. On top of that, cards have active and passive effects. For example, if you put an airborne modifier on a card, it allows it to attack over all the enemy units on the board, and you can hit your opponent for a point on the scale. You can add multiple effects on just one card, such as returning the card to your hand immediately after it dies. You can also add spread attacks to hit more than one lane at a time, and there's also a lot more, obviously not just those two. There's a ton of cards to choose from, and they all have their own abilities. They're all really fun to use. This makes it really rewarding to play through this game like a lot. It's really replayable. The boss fights were also really well done. I loved all of them. There is one boss that's really annoying. There's always that boss that's fucking annoying and they just never want to take damage, but it's really well done. I also like the puzzle solving in between fights. It helps you just kind of chill out a bit, not have to worry about what the hell is going on. I thought that was well done too. This helps it make the game much better than it already is. This game should take around like 10 to 15 hours to beat. It may seem a bit long, but thanks to how well crafted this game is, it's 100% worth playing through. Like, I could say that like fucking as much as I want. It's a really good game, just trust me. And it's a very memorable experience. It'll definitely be one of your favorite games of the year. It's a very good game. It is a psychological horror card game masterpiece that will definitely test you along the lines, but it is well worth it. I recommend you check it out for yourself to truly experience this game. So those are my thoughts and opinions of Inscryption, and definitely feel free to let us know how you feel about it down in the comments below. This is Psykho from SP Playthroughs, and thanks for checking us out today. I'll see you guys in the next review. Fuck.